So we have 2 terrasteel ingots and a living wood twig, which you know is just 2 pieces of living wood and you make a stick out of it. And then the 24 Elementium ingots that we're going to need for our armor. So the terrasteel blade is just a normal sword type thing here. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. Okay, let's get started today. I'm going to run downstairs real quick. We've got a lot of things to do here. So let's come on down here. Oh, got a visitor down here. We'll just leave him alone for the moment. We'll head in here into our Britannia area. And this is kind of where I want to start off at. Now, one of the things that we did the other day was we crafted an enchanting table and these mana pylons, and I want to set that up and show you how this works. So we could do it in here, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to move it over here into our room here. I want to put down our Anvil Air too. I'm going to just kind of set it here, I think. Might be a good place for it. And then you just take your pylons, and they've got to be have a gap of 1 block between the enchanting table and the mana pylon. Now if we click on here, we can put this in here, and you can see we can get up to a level 30 enchant on that without having to have 15 bookcases all around this. So that is pretty cool. So that's out of the way. Come back in here, and yeah, oh, I'm just running around in circles here. Let me show you something. We managed to get creeper hearts. There's 1 in there now, but I managed to get 2 of them. So we're going to make our creepy seeds today. So let's go ahead and open up our quest book, and we are going to go into, what chapter is it? It is chapter 7, what the world is built from. There's speed seeds. We come here to creepy seeds. Okay. Less risk of explosions while collecting gunpowder. Yes, please. So we're going to come and do our creeper soul seeds. Let's take a look at the recipe for that. And that is 1 essence seed, 3 strong essence, rune of autumn, rune of fire, gunpowder, and a creeper heart. So we've got all that stuff right here. So let me go ahead and make a little bit of room. Okay, creeper heart, gunpowder, rune of fire, rune of autumn, essence seeds, and 3 strong essence. Let's go ahead and toss these over on here. That, and these. There we go. Get that started. I'll be right back with you as soon as this is ready. All right, we're ready to go. Let's put this on there. There we go. We've got our creeper seeds, or creeper soul seeds. So let's go ahead and claim our reward on that, and I'm going to go ahead. We have so much strong essence now. I'm just going to go ahead and claim the creeper essence on that. And then that is all we're going to do for seeds right now. There was another quest here in the way the world works. Let's take a look at this real quick. And this one is study in pink, because we kind of did all this. Let's go ahead and read it real quick. While the elves were unable to enlighten you to what happened or why they departed, they did agree to trade with you and taught you how to use the materials they trade you to make a number of advanced botanical objects. Trading mana steel to them will result in a return of metal with a pink hue, which they call Elementium. They also use a paler wood known as Dreamwood for applications similar to the living wood they request for exchange for it. For living rock, however, they give you a dark, hard stone, which doesn't seem to have much of a use in any magical field. So, so we got our 10 Elementium ingots, we got 16 Dreamwood, and we got 16 Sky Stone. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. We get some Alf Glass out of that. So let me go ahead and get this put away real quick. So there's that. There we go. Put our Alf Glass in here. I extended this out just a little bit. Is there anything else I need in here? This I do. Just because there's something really cool I found out about. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. I don't want that. I'm going to put him into a regular mana pool. And we get a tiny potato. So let's go ahead and put him on the ground here. And if you right click on him, you'll be happy. And you can name him different things and do different things depending upon his name, but we're not going to play with that. I just have my potato there. All right. Let's go back into the book. And we're going to come over here to Standing Out. And the info the elves added to the Lexica Britannia references a guardian of Gaia, a powerful creature which may prove a difficult battle, though one which is worthwhile. The lore seems to suggest that this creature carries spirits of Gaia with it, a material used for the most powerful botanical magics. Fighting the guardian with your current equipment would be folly. Elementium pulses with elven magics and seems to be a great choice for arming yourself with. So, with this, we are going to craft a Terra Blade, Elementium helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. So these are just normal recipes for that, for any armor, and the Terra Blade's a little bit different. So I've got all that in here. So let's start with our Terra Blade. We'll just go ahead and grab all this because there's not much to it. So we have 2 Terra Steel ingots and a living wood twig, which is just 2 pieces of living wood and you make a stick out of it. And then the 24 Elementium ingots that we're going to need for our armor. So the Terra Steel blade is just a normal sword type thing here. And we get our lovely fireworks again. And then let's go ahead and let's do our Elementium armor. So there's our helmet. Do our leggings. Our tunic, our chest plate, and our boots. There we go. We have our Elementium armor. So let's go ahead and claim our reward. We get a green heart canister, a flask of fortitude, and a companion title scroll. Alright, let's go ahead and put this on, just for the heck of it. So I'll just swap these out, just so you can see what they look like. Like that. Let's go ahead and come in here and let's see what this companion title scroll is. Where is it? There it is. Put that in there and let's take a look at ourselves. There we go, all in pink with a hummingbird or something flying over us. Okay, whatever. All right, so we got that. Let me run upstairs and I'll be right back with you. All right, so we're up here in the attic of the house and I just thought we'd just come in here and let's go ahead and put this armor away. I think we can just, should just be able to come in here and click that on there. It's a slightly different armor stand than the one you're used to seeing in vanilla Minecraft. But it does the same thing, except you can kind of come in here. I think there's a way to just kind of swap these out. Is it shift right click? Or I don't know how to do it. right off the top of my head, but I know there's a way you can quickly swap them back and forth. So we're going to put that there. I'm going to take my old Man of Steel sword. I'm going to put it in here because we're going to be using the new Terra Blade. The green heart canister. Let's see. I think we can come into here. This is where we put it. There. Yeah. And yeah, that gives us an extra heart or half a heart. All right. I did manage to get a couple more discs out of the mob farm over there, and also I found this phonograph in the deco bench, and actually these records do play on them, but I don't want to do it because you can't turn them off. You have to listen to the entire record. So I'm going to put my scroll in here. I decided not to wear it. All right, so let's come down here. We're going to get our creeper seed scanned. And it should be 111, just like the rest of them. And that it is. So we're going to come over here and we're going to get it planted so we can start building it out. Now, you might notice I've got some other thing here. Well, I found out that there was actually another plant that I hadn't crossbred, but it's not in the book, and it's called Candelilla or Candelilla. And this stuff is actually, you melt this down and it turns into wax, and you can make candles out of it. So let me just check this real quick. And this was crossbred between cactus and wheat. And so it started off at 555 and now I'm up to 10. So I will get this going and plant it over into our big garden over there, which you might notice here that I've taken out some of the plants. And the reason for that was, like we had coal. Well, we have 4, tons and tons and tons of coal. We don't need to grow it up here as well. The same with dye seeds. I don't really think I'm going to be using that much dye. I have completely filled up the drawers downstairs with some of these seeds or these essences. So I just kind of pulled them out to make room for the new ones. So we'll get the Candelilla planted in here somewhere. Probably, let me just go ahead and get that in there. And then I will get this to expand out later on. And then I've also been doing some of the other stuff like the corn and the potatoes and carrots and stuff like that, just to add them to our drawers downstairs. All right, so eat a potato real quick. Put this out of my way here. Next thing I want to do is we're going to come into the book and we're going to go into chapter 5. Here, chapter 5, what the world enables. And we're going to take a look at under pressure here. With your newfound ability to make steel, you've designed a boiler that uses higher pressure in the boiler chamber to increase the amount of steam produced, though at the expense of burning through more fuel. To go along with this, you've designed a new steam engine which can produce even more power than before while using more steam. Okay, so we're going to have to craft a liquid-fueled boiler, high-pressure boiler tank, and an industrial steam engine. So we've got, is that up in there or is it down here? So, yes, it's down here. So come back in here, our liquid-fueled boiler is steel plates, which are just steel ingots in the rolling machine, just like we did with the iron plates, to make those. Iron bars, a furnace, fire charge, and a bucket. So we have steel plates, the bars, fire charge, furnace, and I already have a bucket on me. So let's come over here and let's do this real quick. This is liquid Is it in here? Firebox. Fuel. Fuel wood heater. Solid fueled firebox. Liquid fueled firebox. Okay, let's see. What do we need? 4 steel. Did I not get everything? Ah. I know what I did. Alright, let's try this again. Go, there's our liquid fueled firebox. Liquid fueled boiler firebox. That's a mouthful. Okay, so we got that. Then we need our high pressure boiler tank, which is 2 steel plates, just like we did with the iron plates. There we go. And then we need an industrial steam engine. Now this one is 3 steel plates, redstone, a piston, and 2 steel gears. Now steel gears, let's see, we have this. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. So steel gears are made with tin bushings, which you've seen me make before, surrounded by steel ingots. There's some plates. Let me just go ahead and grab all this stuff here. And let's see if we can get these going. So, industrial steam engine. Okay, so let's start with our steel gears, which are tin bushings surrounded by steel. I've got 8 of those, because I'm actually going to make 4 of these. And then let's come back into this industrial steam engine. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that. There we go. There's our industrial steam engine, and we get some more golden fluid pipes, high pressure boiler tanks, and liquid fueled firebox. Let's go ahead and claim those. Now I'm still going to only use the regular low pressure one, and I have already set up my water tank over there, and I'll show that to you in a moment. Since we built this in the last episode there, the tank that we're using for the creosote, and this one's exactly the same. The only difference is that I've got a water pump that is used to fill it up. Okay, so let's come back in here, and the next thing we're going to do is this Steely Resolve. Steel allows you to create a new version of the iron tank, capable of holding fluid under a higher pressure in order to store even more in the same space. So we're going to make steel tank walls, 6 crafts of that, steel tank gauge, 1 of those, and steel tank valve, 1 of those. All right, let me put this stuff in here real quick. The steel plates. And I might need those steel plates. Let me grab them just in case. Alright, so that is going to be... Nope, I just needed those. Okay, that, and the recipes are essentially the same as they were for the iron one. So, we have the steel tank walls, which are 4 plates like that. So we got the 6 crafts of that. We needed 1 craft of the steel gauges, just like that. And then the 1 craft of the other thing, the valves, just like, oh, maybe I got them backwards. Yes, there we go. Got those. And let's go ahead and claim our reward. We got some more steel tank walls on that. go ahead and put these away. Alright, let me go ahead and sleep real quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do today is there's a couple of quests that I want to do in chapter 6, which is what the world embraces. And we're going to come into, first of all, we're going to come over here to, where is it, iron chests. It seems that upgrading the frame of the chest to a more durable material lets you cram a bunch more junk into it. Weird. Again, any combination of wool and planks works here. The frame for the Mark II chest can be made from copper, iron, or tin. So we're going to take a look at the improved chest Mark II. And this is an improved chest surrounded by copper. So I should have that up here. Yes, there's our improved chest. Here's our copper. Let me do that so that you can see everything now. Come back in here. So improved chest surrounded by copper gives us our improved chest Mark II. Let's take a look in our book. Okay, and that gives us 4 more improved chests. All right, so let me go ahead and get those out of my way here. And they don't stack because one's copper and these are iron, I think. Cypress wood planks, tin frame, lime colored. Yeah, so they don't stack. So next thing we're going to do is playing Swapsies. You're telling me you already had a bunch of standard chests placed down and can't be bothered moving everything into fancy improved chests? Don't worry, I've got you covered there. To start, you'll need to make a basic upgrade from stone and paper. So we're going to make a basic upgrade, which is 1 piece of paper surrounded by 4 stone. So there's our stone, there's our paper. Let's come in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our upgrade. Let's see. Now we got a crafting test. Then craft the basic upgrade with the improved chest to get a converter. The converter will allow you to swap out a basic chest with an improved chest in place, with the contents being moved into the improved chest. Simply shift right click on the chest with the converter to do this. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take our, may as well take the copper one we did, along with this. Or does it go the other way? No. Maybe it has to be in a crafting table. Go there, there, there. Okay. Didn't it say to do that? Then craft the basic upgrade with the improved chest to get a converter. Okay, so it's next to it. There we go. There's our converter. And then it says to shift right click on a chest. So shift right click and boom, there we go. That one gets converted. Of course, everything is in this chest here. But that's how that works. Pretty cool. All right, so let's come back into our quest book, and we get to claim our reward. We get 4 more chest converters and then 4 more improved chests. I'll pick one. I think I'll pick the improved chests. Or is there something else I need to do here? Oh, don't tell me it didn't recognize it because I applied it to that. Okay, let's do this again real quick. Any paper? I do. Let me go get some stone and I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again then. Put the paper in there. Surround it by the cobblestone gives us our basic upgrade. Let's check the book again. start with, you need to make a basic upgrade. Then craft the basic upgrade with the improved chest to get a converter. Okay. Basic upgrade with the chest gives us a converter. The converter will allow you to swap out a basic chest with an improved chest in place with the contents being moved. Simply shift right click. Okay. Chest converter Mark 1. Did I do a chest converter Mark 2? That's why it's wanting a Mark 1 and I did a Mark 2. All right, let me try this one more time. Okay, let's try this one more time. Paper. Cobblestone. Basic upgrade. Check the book again. It wants a chest converter Mark 1. So we have our improved chest Mark 1. With this, makes our chest converter Mark 1. I'm in here, 100% clean. Oh my goodness. Let's just go ahead and take the improved chest, claim the rewards, and be done with that. So let's go ahead and put this stuff away real quick. So that, let's put those in there, that in there. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. And the last thing we're going to do here, let's come back into our book and we're going to come over to this one here called compartmentalization. In an effort to organize your storage a little better, you've managed to design a variant of chest you've taken to calling a compartment. The compartment contains multiple small inventories which can be labeled with a name, color, and an icon for easier identification and navigation. So we're going to make a compartment which is 4 chests with a book in the middle and surrounded by 4 stone buttons. So we've got that in here. We got our 4 chests, book, and our 4 stone buttons. So chests go here, 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 book in the center, buttons go here, 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 and here, and that makes a compartment. So you could claim our reward. We get 7 more of them. And to be perfectly honest, I will probably never use any of them. They're just essentially, you put it down, let me just show you. There you go. It's a chest that you open up, and you've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 slots, and in 4 different things. You can search in it. You can color code the tabs. It's just, but we have our lovely system downstairs, which is much nicer than this. Okay, that's that for all that stuff. Let me check this. All right, I think I'm going to do one more thing. So let me get my stuff together and I'll be right back with you. All right, we are out here by our water tank and this thing is completely full. It has 2,400,000 millibuckets of water, which is 224,000 buckets of water. And what I did was I took the pump that we made and I put it over a 2x2 pond of water here, and then I hooked up some wooden engines to it so that it would activate the pump, and then that just completely filled up our tank there. Next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up our steam boiler. But first thing I want to do is I'm going to come here, I'm going to put this down, I'm going to put a lever on it, and I want to lock this hopper. Now the reason for that is I do not want the coal that's in this hopper going into our fireboxes yet. So we're going to make a 3x3 base of fireboxes. me double check these. And then we're going to put our tanks on top of this. And we're going to do, I got 36 of them, so that's 4 layers that we're going to be doing. Now these are just those standard tanks that we did for the other one. And you can see it's already forming, and this, I just want to make a fairly good sized steam boiler here, and it won't form until I get this last one in place. Let me double check this. Okay, good. We do not want the coal going into it yet. Otherwise we'd have a big problem because the tank would heat up, there's no water in it. And what would happen then is you would have an explosion the moment you put water in there, and that is not what you want to do. So let's come here, and I'm going to take get this stuff ready here. We're going to put a wooden pipe here on our outlet, our thing here, and then I want to surround this by wooden engines. One here, one here, one here, and let's see if we can get one above it real quick. Just like that. And then we're going to place wooden blocks, one here and one there, and then I'm going to put my levers on this. Okay, and that will activate these two. This one will activate these two. Next thing we want to do is we're going to run our gold fluid pipes. We're going to connect this up and down, across, and this has to go into the firebox, not into the tank itself. So if we turn these on, you start pumping water out of the tank into there. This pump is, even though you don't see it running right now, it is going to keep this tank completely filled at all times. And right now we have a 2,600, so we have 2 buckets out of 144. Yeah, 144,000. Yeah, 144 buckets of water is what it's going to take to fill this up. And I will not open this up until this is filled up, because the last thing I want is for this thing to blow up on us. So it'll be in the next episode when I turn this on and we're going to start generating some power out of it. So that's it for this episode. In the next one, we're going to go ahead and fire up this boiler and start generating a little bit of power. It does take quite a while for it to heat up, but it'll do the trick for us. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.